Today, I am going to absolutely blow your mind because we are creating Power BI visuals completely with AI in an open report. And this is a new feature as of the June 2026 release. Now, coming up in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can set up these AI tools on your own computer. I'm going to be showing you how they work. And then at the very end, we're going to be taking a look at some of the secret CLIs that the tools themselves are actually using. So if any of that sounds interesting, give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and now let's jump into the computer. Okay, so starting things off, here we have a blank report. Now this report has data in it, and it's been saved as a Power BI project file, which you can do by simply going over here, going File, Save As, browse this device, and then saving it as a Power BI project file right here. This Power BI project file is saved in this folder, which is in my secondary hard drive that I have in my laptop. Here you can see we have the PBIP report folder, the PBIP semantic model, and the PBIP file itself. In order to use these AI skills, we need to initialize an agent in the same directory as this PBIP file. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go into command prompt, and command prompt will initialize onto my C drive. Now, I need to switch drives because this report is saved on my D drive. So I'm going to go CD \D to switch drives. And then because this file path has spaces in it, I'm going to put it into double quotes and then copy the path, paste this right here, and go ahead and hit enter. And I am now navigated into the directory where the PBIP is saved. I'm then going to go ahead and type Copilot to launch the Copilot CLI, which is something that I have installed previously and will not be covering in this video in this path. And it's going to go ahead and it's going to ask me if I'm okay trusting this folder. And yes, I am. So I'm going to say yes and remember this folder for future sessions because this folder is where it's on my computer. I trust it. One quick call out about Copilot. So a couple of things here. First, I can see my AI credits used in the session, which right now is 0. And for context, every single one AI credit is 1 cent. And then I can see the model that's active right down here. Now, I might want to switch the model to auto. So I'm going to hit model, and then I'm going to go ahead and switch it into auto mode. And as you can see now, Copilot is choosing GPT 5.3 codecs. All right, from this point, it's now time for us to install the AI skills. The first thing that we're going to need to do is install the marketplace for those skills into Copilot, or I should say register the marketplace for those skills into Copilot. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paste a command here into the CLI. And that is \plugin marketplace add Microsoft skills for Fabric. And I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. And what this should do is this should now create the marketplace in Copilot, which it did. As you can see, I can now go \plugin browse Fabric collection to see all available plugins. I am going to install the Power BI authoring plugin by copying this skill right here, pasting this on in, so that way it goes \plugin install Power BI authoring at Fabric collection. And we're going to go ahead and hit enter. And this should now install all of the skills and tools that I need to build Power BI reports agentically. Now, as you can see, it's installed 6 skills, and I can use \skills to see them. So let's go ahead and let's type \skills, and let's take a look at these skills. It looks like we got a few new skills installed. The first one is check updates. The next one is semantic model authoring. Then we have Power BI report planning, Power BI report design, Power BI report authoring, and Power BI report management. Now, I am going to test the Power BI report authoring skill in this video. I would encourage you to go ahead and to explore some of the others, in particular the Power BI report planning if you're starting from scratch. But I think that process can take a little bit more time. So we're going to start over here with the Power BI report authoring. So let's go ahead and hit escape, and then let's activate that skill by typing \Power BI and then we'll go report authoring. And there is the skill right here. And we'll go ahead and hit enter to activate that skill. Now, when this skill is activated, what it should do is it should start to kick off some various checks. As you can see right now, it's checking for updates. So let's be right back as soon as it's gone ahead and it successfully updated itself. Okay, so it's gone ahead and updated itself, and then it also has exited out of the skill after it checked for updates. So I think we need to provide it some additional instructions as to what we want it to do. So let's go ahead, let's click back over here, and now let's hit backslash Power BI report authoring. Then let's hit tab, and then let's ask it to add a home page to the current PBIP file in the directory that is open right now. And let's see what it goes ahead and does. So it's going to think for a little bit. And after a few minutes, it's asking me for some permissions after it went through and it looked for various CLIs and read some JSON. So I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, you don't need to ask for permission again in this directory. Go ahead, hit enter, and let it continue on its way building the report. And again, it's asking for permission. And I just said, hey, you don't need any more permission to be able to edit anything. Okay, so it says it's added the homepage files, and now it's going to validate the desktop and reload the screenshot. So as you can see here, it's once again using the CLI to do that validation. After a minute or two, as you can see, it captured a screenshot, it reloaded the Power BI report, and it also found some pre-existing errors for me. But let's go back into Microsoft Power BI and let's see what it went ahead and did. So I'm going to go back over here, and as you can see, I now have a page called home. So let's ask it, one, to fix those errors, but then two, to do something a little bit more complicated. Maybe, for example, adding a matrix onto the home page and applying a minimal theme. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to type once again, use the skill to fix the errors and add a matrix to the home page with a minimal theme. And let's let Copilot do its thing, and we'll be right back once it's done. Okay, it's been a few minutes. It looks like it read the report, and then it said that it updated some files, and it then reloaded the report. So let's click onto the report, and hopefully now we should see a matrix, and it looks like we now have a matrix nicely sorted on the screen. Jumping though back into the command line, let's take a look at how many AI credits this used. And it looks like it used 87.5 AI credits, which is roughly equivalent to 87 cents in AI credits to create this homepage, understand it, and add in this matrix. So now that we've established that AI can build and interact with reports and create visuals, I don't really want to spend that much time diving in, having the AI actually design something for me. What I would rather do is take a look at how it's actually working. Because one of the things you might notice is that it's using some tool calls here. It looks like it has some pretty standard AI skills, which are essentially just markdown text files with instructions, but it looks like it's also using some tools. So I went ahead and I found out what these tools are, and it looks like they are various CLIs. The first CLI is the Power BI Desktop Bridge, which we can view the various commands available to it by creating a new PowerShell window and then going Power BI desktop help. And you can see that this CLI allows for you to check the status of the desktop bridge instances. So get current file path, unchanged save state, and various changes. The manifest, so essentially showing what bridge methods are available to Power BI desktop. It can open a report, it can reload a report, and it can take a screenshot of a report of a single page, or it can screenshot all pages. The next CLI that I found is the Power BI report author CLI. So we can just simply copy and paste this help command here. And when we run this CLI, oops, mispasted it here. So let's go back here and let's just manually type it. So if you run this CLI, so Power BI report author help, what you'll see is that it can look up the various visual types. It can look at formatting. It can pull expressions. It can make a theme file. It can validate if PBIP is in correct formatting. It can preview visuals, preview pages, preview filters, preview themes, and it can even kind of self-diagnose your node setup to make sure that you have everything installed. So that is pretty interesting. So with that, you've reached the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, again, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Now, one last quick thought before you leave. This is meant for PBIP files only. So if you're trying to use this with a PBIX file and you're running into problems, remember, this is meant for PBIP only. The other thing is if you are hitting a Newtonsoft JSON error, that is not due to these AI skills. I will include a link down below in the video description where there's a PowerShell script that can help fix that. All right, with that, I'll catch you in the next one.